I just wonder, have we reached peak SUV yet? I mean, crossover companies keep adding models to occupy spaces in their lineup. Case in point, the Grand Highlander. I was expecting this to be just a long wheelbase version of the Toyota Highlander, but it's a little more grand than that.
Ha ha!
It's also surprisingly 2.3 inches wider and 2 inches taller. Being wider than the regular Highlander gives designers the opportunity to design a new cockpit. The instrument panel is a little more minimalistic. It uses the same displays and infotainment system, which was updated just last year, so it has their latest tech. Exterior styling is more squared off and flat compared to the curves on the current Highlander, more modern and better looking. The regular Highlander has been around for a couple of years. For 2023 model year, it dropped the V6, making a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine standard. That engine is also standard on the Grand Highlander. It's a Toyota, so of course there's a fuel-efficient hybrid model. In this case, a 2.5-liter non-turbocharged engine is mated to a CVT with dual electric motors up front and an optional electric motor in the rear to provide electronic all-wheel drive. In the larger Grand Highlander, expect EPA combined fuel economy to be about 34 miles per gallon combined. New for the Grand Highlander is the Hybrid Max powertrain. It takes the turbocharged 2.4-liter base engine and adds 2 electric motors, one at the rear for all-wheel drive, resulting in more power and improved fuel economy numbers, although they were not yet released. This setup sounds exactly like the Lexus RX 500h, which is the same platform as the Highlander. In that slightly smaller SUV, EPA fuel economy is 27 city, 28 highway. Pretty good. By the way, Toyota named this platform TNGA-K. Engineers love acronyms, and it stands for Toyota New Global Architecture K. So it's Toyota's K car. How does this all compare to its competitor? Let's look at two larger three-row crossovers, the Kia Telluride and the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Length of the Grand Highlander is right in the middle of these two. Length in the third row of the Grand Highlander gains a whopping 5.5 inches, giving the adult-sized Grand Highlander best-in-class rear legroom, plus there's extra headroom versus the regular Highlander. Cargo volume with the second and third rows folded down is ginormous. Space behind the third row is very good. With 3 different powertrains, the Grand Highlander offers some interesting choices compared to the competition. With the standard powertrain, it's less powerful than the competition, but it should be a couple of miles per gallon better than them based on the fuel economy from the regular Highlander. If you want better fuel economy, the Grand Highlander Hybrid should come close to 34 miles per gallon combined, but it's way less powerful. So if power is your thing, upgrade to the Hybrid Max and blow the competition away. Toyota did not release fuel economy numbers, but again, based on the similar Lexus RX 500h, I would expect the Grand Highlander to be 4 to 5 miles per gallon better than the Kia or the Jeep. To be clear, Jeep does not offer the 4xe plug-in hybrid powertrain in the long wheelbase version of the Grand Cherokee, and Toyota did not say that they have any plans to make a prime version of the Grand Highlander. That's their name for a plug-in hybrid. The more powerful Hybrid Max can tow 5,000 pounds. That's competitive. What we don't know is the price for all this. The Hybrid Max powertrain on paper offers a good combination of power and fuel economy, but at what price? We'll have to wait for summer and to get more details. Production will start later this year at its plant in Indiana. Toyota applied to protect the name TX, which will probably be used to name the Lexus version of the Grand Highlander. That would position it larger than the 3-row version of the RX, but smaller than the GX Lexus. I am not going to tell you about the tie-up they did with Nintendo, other than to say they did a cross-promotion with Nintendo. The Grand Highlander gives Toyota a more roomy crossover than the 3-row Highlander, but smaller and more fuel efficient than the Sequoia, so I guess it's worth making yet another crossover. The Hybrid and Hybrid Max powertrains make this an appealing option for those who hate to spend money on gas, So to answer my original question, we are not yet at peak SUV, but we may soon run out of good names for them. Thanks for watching.
Your helmet is so big.
Lord helmet, what?